Today I'm going to be playing some Grand Finale Mage. So the goal of this deck is to basically just play Grand Finale on turn 6 with Hot Streak and kill the opponent with a bunch of 8/8s. The way we do that semi-consistently is by playing only these two as spells, and then 2 copies of Starscryer, 2 copies of Frostweave Dungeoneer. So we do draw those 2 spells pretty consistently. And then, of course, we do need elementals to activate the Grand Finale. So we've got a couple Confection Cyclone, a couple Kindling Elemental, and a couple of Arcane Anomalies. And that's usually good for somewhere between like 2 and 5 8/8s on turn 5 or 6, depending on whether or not we have the coin. And usually if that goes off, you're pretty happy. As far as the rest of this deck goes, I've settled on playing a couple of defensive cards with Armor Vendor and Annoyatron. And aside from that, I just have a pretty big tradable package. I have seen some other lists of this deck, and they play 2 Librarian, 2 Viper, and 2 Shopkeep. I took it a step farther, played 2 Traveling Merchant and Auctioneer Jackson. I figure if you already play 6 tradables, just go up to 8 and play Jackson. I don't entirely love this package because all the tradable cards themselves are like pretty bad to actually play, but you really do just want to be drawing the Grand Finale stuff as consistently as possible every single game. And I think this tradable stuff is better than the other stuff I tried out. A previous version of this deck, I was playing Jandis and Kazakus, but you really just don't want to bother with any more threats. You want to find the Grand Finale stuff. And then I tried some cute cards like Saccade's Prisoner and SI7 Skulker, but seems like it's better to just play 1 mana draw for Grand Finale. And so far I am winning slightly over half my games. You do get absolutely destroyed by aggro, but if they have a slow start or if you play against a slower deck, this deck actually performs pretty well. Now quickly before we get into the games, I would like to just request that you subscribe to the channel. About 1/3 of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So you may not even be subscribed, even though you think you are. It's really easy to do. You just scroll down below the video, click on the red subscribe button, and then you want to click the bell too. Click all so you get notified every time I upload a video.
Jaina versus Nemzi.
Let's have some fun.
You asked for it.
I definitely like the Frostweave Dungeoneers. And I think I really want to be hitting an elemental combo against Warlock, so I'll toss the Mancrick. Mancrick on 3 and then Dungeoneer to follow it up is potentially really strong, but I just don't think that's the win con in the matchup. I'm very torn between Firewatch Post and Starscryer here. I think it's Firewatch Post. I should have time to play Starscryer later, I think. Okay. I guess I'll just go ahead and play this here. Alright, so these both draw hot streaks, which unfortunately do not stack. So maybe I just never have to play the Starscryer. Just play Dungeoneer plus Wand Thief on 4. And hopefully I can pick up some elementals before turn 5. Another Grand Finale. Probably not what I'm looking for. I guess I'll just take the cram session. So the dream obviously is that I draw Confection Cyclone next turn. Okay. Yeah, I just play it, right? big grand finale next turn. Alright, let's see if they have the answer.
Amazing.
Soul Rend is not big enough. It could be like Soul Rend plus Drain Soul, and then I wouldn't quite have lethal.
I wonder if...
Oh, I guess that also makes it hard to lethal. Let's just draw into something here. Well, Kazakus is probably the play. Probably doing a 5-mana golem. Poisonous, lifesteal. I'll just take stealth, I guess. Draw a couple cards, try to find elementals for next turn. Next turn can be Greater Golem and then maybe 3 1-mana elementals. And then I have another grand finale on turn 9. Seems like there's a good chance that my opponent's going to be dead here, though. Very nice. That's exactly what we want the deck to be doing.
Jaina versus Lady Prestor.
You shall pay for your insolence. You asked for it.
Keep the spells. Very, very good hand. If this hits Hot Streak, this hand is actually all I need to win the game. Jeez, that's so good. So I'm looking at playing Elementals on 5, which means I can actually just play Confection Cyclone next turn. Because I just have so many Elementals.
The wails of these cowards.
Nice. Oh, actually drawing the grand finale here guaranteed the Hot Streak. So yeah, that was pretty good. So I do just have to waste some time this turn. Maybe I should have just not played these Annoyatrons, actually. It just gives my opponent things to do with their spells. But not only that, it gives them things to do with their spells that isn't killing these elementals. So like, I might just not have board space for a good grand finale. So here I have 3 open board slots. I'm making 4 8/8s. Maybe I just hold back on a sugar elemental here.
What to do? What to do? How magnificent.
Not only is it unlikely that the sugar elemental actually makes an 8/8, but if my opponent just passes the turn, it actually kills another 8/8. So playing this might be like -2 8/8s. And it's also an 8/8 in the future, potentially. Okay, so here I'm making 4 8/8s instead of 3 8/8s. So this is good. Well, that Cone of Cold is going to give my opponent a lot of time here. But it's not like they can just play Dawn Grasp this turn. Unless they have, like, a Flurry. They'd probably need, like, Flurry and Brain Freeze. And even then, I'd still have 30 health.
A little mistake.
And they're hoping to hit 2 8-power minions, I assume.
Whatever shall I do? I have proven myself. I demand answers. The day is yours. So very clever.
Easy win.
Jaina versus Morgul.
You asked for it.
I think Confection Cyclone is good enough to keep.
Oh, no tech.
Trade into a trade.
Bid starts at 200.
See what we can draw here.
A fair trade.
Well, that's exactly what we wanted. Good job, Auctioneer Jackson. Leaving Jackson in play? What a blunder.
A fair trade.
Sure, I'll just trade again.
A fair trade.
Another Confection Cyclone. I don't think that's actually useful. Wait, yeah it is, because I can just play it this turn.
Looking for 4,500.
So I can play 4 elementals next turn, which means 5 8/8s. But it's kind of hard to have enough board space to do all that. Depends a lot on what my opponent does here. Alright, this makes it pretty easy to play all those 8/8s. And I'm still at 30, so unlike the last time I played this matchup, I don't have to be worried about dying when I play Grand Finale. There is a world where that discovers Lightning Storm, and then my opponent has a second Perpetual Flame, and they can just deal with all my 8/8s. That's not a world I want to live in.
Could you repeat that? I'll write that down.
Easy win.
Jaina versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin.
You asked for it.
I think I am supposed to just full mulligan for spells plus Confection Cyclone. This is a heck of a hand. I might have to play the Confection Cyclone on turn 2, and then just hope the Sugar Elementals are good enough. Depends on what my opponent does here. They're not a quest deck, so seems like they're probably aggro. I guess I'm pretty happy to just hero power that. Okay, never mind, I'm playing Confection Cyclone. Or Prize Vendor. I think Mankrik is fine here. Because then I can draw on turn 4, set up on turn 5, and Hot Streak on turn 6. And honestly, if the Dungeoneer hits Mankrik's wife, I think I'm pretty happy about that. That's a pretty good draw. Okay. Well, that's not the right spell.
If I got in, I can get out.
Oh, you built this with a cherry on top.
A whirlwind of flavor.
Break it, you buy it.
Shiver.
I'm winning pretty massively on board right now. But unfortunately this is a 4 damage hero power, and Rhino does 4 damage, Piercing Shot does 5. So I'm still pretty scared. Oh, well that's a heck of a draw. I played 3 elementals last turn, so I need 4 slots on board. Cool. No shot, I take 13 damage here, right? 4 from hero powers, then I need 4 mana, deal 9. Piercing Shot's not that good here. Yeah, I don't see a way I can die. The best I could come up with is aimed shot, arcane shot, which I believe is 2 off.
Well played.
Well played.
Very nice.